When Clint speaks, and we're back in the building. We got my guy. We got the panel back on. We got Mike Love in the house. What's up, Mike?
What's up, y'all?
That's my guy, man. We got Timberly. Timberly's gonna be on. Jasmine and Jasmine and Tamika. They may be joining us a little bit later on. But either way, yo, we got a topic tonight, y'all. A real topic. But before we go any further, let me make sure everything is good on my end because I want everybody to see this. Um, the people that are on the panel, when they talk, I'll make sure that y'all can see them. So don't worry about that part. Don't worry about that. Give me just a second. So we got to make sure that we're actually live, man. For some reason, Mike, when I'm using this software,
Hmm.
it it's not showing publicly, man. It'll show private only to certain people, man. So I got to always got to change the settings, man. I don't know why, but we gonna get it all right though. Y'all stick with me just for a second. I don't know why I have to do this every time, man. But something is going on with my software and this, but it ain't stopping nothing because we got a topic tonight, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, Mike Love and everybody is ready. So while we're waiting on that, if y'all don't mind, stick with me because y'all ain't gonna want to miss what they said. How's everybody's week been? And let me know if y'all can see me. Man, this is crazy, man. But we're live on YouTube. We're live on Instagram. We're live on Twitch TV, Facebook. Man, we doing it, man. We got a topic, y'all. And I know what's going on. Everybody that's tuned in so far. Hey, what's going on, Chad? I see you on Instagram, man. How's everybody doing on Instagram and Facebook? Hey, De'Ara. De'Ara, I don't know what's going on with. There's Timberly. There's Mike Love.
Hello, hello.
All right.
What's going on? How y'all been?
Uh,
Good. I'm just trying to figure out how to do my screen.
Don't worry about it because when you talk, we gonna put you out there just like that.
Okay, that's fine.
So don't even worry about it. We good. When Mike talk, we gonna put Mike on just like that. So
all right.
so
Mike, don't
Tim.
cry in the car.
Yeah. All right. It's just too loud in my job.
Oh man, Timberly, how your week been?
My week has been so interesting. Um, my new therapist today told me I'm a big stepper, so I need to put my Giuseppe's on and go ahead and big step it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Big
Gotcha,
step.
gotcha. Well, y'all look, we gonna jump right into this topic. Because this is what's up, Tante? What's up, Chad? So this is something that I've been seeing. I stay on social media a lot, in between breaks or whatever, and man, I be seeing stuff, Timberly, y'all. And I know they say podcasts talk about relationships a lot. But and I rarely do, but I have to say it tonight, y'all. This is I'm just wondering, like for real, like what are people looking for in relationships, man? Like it's Timberly Mike, it's a lot of people that how can I say this? There's a lot of people that are single. And I believe they are single by choice. And I'm not saying it to be funny. I really believe there's some people single by choice. They're not ready for a relationship yet, and they know that. But I'm gonna be honest with you. There are some that are single by force. People don't want
Not by force.
them. Single by
Oh,
force.
not by force.
There are some
Jesus.
people that's single and they don't know why. And I really believe there are some people that's out here. they got their expectations are out the roof. I don't know. Hey, Holly, I don't know. I don't know. So my first question, I want to start with y'all. We just gonna jump right in. Y'all single. So what are people looking for out here? Are the expectations too high? Are they too low? Or what's going on?
That's where I want to start. But you know what? I can do this. I can do this. I just wanted to start by laughing. So, as a single woman, uh, proudly, by choice,
Stop it.
super by choice. As a single woman, you know what? There's vomit in the dating pool. But I will say I've been having an amazing time. I've had the time of my life, and I owe it all to me. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Um, so me personally, I look for consistency. Um, I feel like whatever standard anybody has, as long as they have someone who can meet those standards, then they should continue with what works for them.
Mhm.
So like if you getting cash after stack and you like, hey, if you're not cash apping me a stack, like, you know, don't talk to me. That works for you and get it how you live, boo. I mean, frankly, I've had uh some men try to sell me short, and it's wild because I know they rich and they'll cash at me. Uh, we'll call them peanuts for lunch or whatever, and then send me a message like $20 gonna give me to respond. Like, okay. And now you're talking to yourself in my inbox. And it's not, it's about the value shown. You
What's
know
up,
what I'm
Sean?
saying?
Yeah.
It's about the value shown. So I demand consistency. I demand that if you're going to be in my presence, you value me. And that doesn't always translate into financial transactions. I think that that's ridiculous. Um,
So when you say value you, what do you mean?
Say
I
that.
have a male friend um who the biggest problem that I have to worry about when I'm in his presence is what I want to eat for lunch. I don't have no worries. I don't
Okay.
have no worries. So for me, my standard is if I'm going to be in your presence, if you are going to enjoy my company, because god damn it, I am a joy to be around. If you are going to enjoy my company, don't cause any drama for me. I don't want any problems. If you're going through something, I will pray for you. But don't uh don't increase my stress load. I got too much of that shit already. I don't need no more of that. So if that's what you're delivering, have a great day.
So you what you're looking for is consistency. You're looking for people to treat you with quality, and that's going
Yeah,
to be another we're going to
value.
talk about tonight. So,
Yeah,
okay.
value.
Okay.
Consistency and value. If you can't show me that I'm valued, and to be honest, I'm not looking for no man that I have to be the man around. I just dealt with that. I'm not interested in being any nigga's man.
So let me ask you this before I get to Mike, because you are. Does it offend you to say you're a woman or female? I don't. Are you,
I'm
I
I'm a woman.
okay. The reason why I asked that is because I was at Applebee's one time and a woman told me you don't call me a woman or I was like, okay, I got confused.
What
And
she want to
it
be
wasn't,
called? She
I
want to be
forgot,
called a
it was
B
some years
word.
back, but she was like,
You see
she
how I
referred
caught
to
myself from
me
cussing,
as
Clint?
lady or woman. I don't know, but
Okay.
anyway, you've been seeing the what do you call it? The post and the videos of women who say that this is what is required. I don't go to Cheesecake Factory. You don't take me here. Um, you got some women that say that, hey, I don't mind helping out with the bills. You have some women that say, no, that's not it. If a man is not making this, he can't talk to me. So really, I hear what you're saying, Timberly, but is that all you really require? And I'm not saying that you should
No,
require more,
so
but
I understand those posts. So the Cheesecake Factory thing. For me, Cheesecake Factory is not about snobbery. I don't like Cheesecake Factory. Don't take me nowhere that I don't like their food. Do not take me to Red Lobster because they can't cook lobsters. Don't take me nowhere where they cannot make the item that is in their name. That is an affront to me. Don't do that.
what if
Um,
it's a first date? He don't know. He's just trying to get to know you.
if he's just trying to get to know me, if he doesn't have an idea of what's good, then he can ask for some suggestions or what I have a taste for. He can say, "Hey, let's just go for drinks." I don't mind a man asking me where I want to go. And I don't mind asking a man what's his budget. Cause my thing is, if you grown and you paying all your bills, I'm not here to particularly run through your pockets. Now, if your pockets are large, like don't play with me. Don't sell me short. But I understand that if you're not making a certain amount, do not talk to me because oh, I gotta sneeze, y'all. These allergies are beating my tail. Oh, so um, the whole thing with if you don't make a certain amount of money, don't talk to me. Those women have had their pockets run through by Negroes, or they know someone very close to them. And when I say Negroes, I just mean men in general. I don't mean black men. Because you know, running through pockets is an equal opportunity sport. Um,
What's up, girl?
there are men who run through pockets, and this is how they get down. This is their life. This is what they love to do. They love running through pockets, and they're going to run through whoever's pockets until the pockets don't exist anymore, and then they're moving on to the next pockets.
Yeah.
um if you cannot support yourself, if you cannot take care of your own home, you should not be dating.
Yeah.
Dating is not free. Dating's not free. Even if we have our first date and we might go for a walk and grab a drink or, get something light to eat, not necessarily a heavy dinner. Like it's not gonna be there forever. You're gonna have to come out your pockets on something. And if we are kicking it at your house and your lights get cut off, and I don't see you pick up the phone and call MLG&W and your lights come back on because they pressed the button, like you have larger problems. I see Mark's comment, you can't build each other up. Um,
What's up,
I just
Mark? That's
got
my cousin. What's up, Mark?
me personally, and this is me. I just got out of a long, unnecessarily long marriage in November. And I am at the point in my life where I would like to be soft. And I am not Bob the Builder. I am not the owner of a Build-A-Bear workshop. I am not here to put a man together. If you're not a man, when you come to my door, I'm going to send you away from it. And the level of respect that you show me when you show up at my door is going to determine how I send you away from my door. And when I say my door, I don't mean my house because everybody don't even know where I stay like that. When I say my door, I mean like if you pop up in my Facebook inbox, if you happen to know me professionally, you send a text and be like, hey, I was thinking about blah, blah, blah. If you know me in any kind of way or you see me out, if you don't like I've had men try to date me and then turn around and ask me to cash out them 2 days later. And I'm like, baby, you can't date me. Nor can you get a cash out from me. that's
Timberly,
that's
you know
hustling in
what?
reverse.
Since you said that, I didn't get that at first when I heard some women say that on social media. Um, because I took it the wrong way. I was like, why are women and Dear actually had to explain it to me. She's like, no, if you're going to date, you need to be able to afford to date, not necessarily spoil the woman, but you just got to be able to afford to date. Because if you're approaching a woman and asking her to go out with you, why is she paying? That's something Mike has said a while back. And Mike, as a matter of fact, man, Timberlake, I'm glad you brought that up. Mike, what's man, what are people looking for out here, man? I mean, from your perspective, what you seeing?
How old is Timberly? How old are you?
I'm 35.
Oh, okay, man. I get it. So me, right? Let me tell you something. Somebody called me one day. It was
Yeah.
like, I just want to bless you. I'm like, bless me. I don't need anything. I'm good. Well, I want to bless you anyway. I'm like, okay, whatever. What's your cash app? I sent it to them. They sent me some money. And if you need anything else, just ask me. But I told you I didn't need anything. That's okay. I can do stuff for you if I want to.
Hold on,
Okay,
I got
well
a
then,
question, Mike. Mike, I got a question. I hate to interrupt you.
go ahead.
Are you the provider?
I mean, I ain't even hardly know the chick. I ain't know her. I don't need
Okay,
nothing from nobody.
no. I'm asking if you are the provider of the tallywhacker, sir.
I don't even understand that question.
Have you provided um a release for this woman
I ain't
physically?
gave her nothing.
Okay.
We ain't did
Y'all
nothing
just really
special.
just talk, just
Yeah,
met.
we just talked. We just talked. And she
She
wanted
would
to do
like you to she would like you to provide. She wants you to
I
be
don't
that
look,
plug.
let me tell you about
She
me.
hopes that you have that D for her. Okay.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I don't I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm straight to the point. And that's what I like. Be straight to the point with me. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't beat around the bush. But I don't need nothing from no woman. I got more than enough. And I'm at work right now. I got more than enough. I promise to God. But this lady, she hit me up and she wanted to do something for me. Then she turned around and told me if I needed something else, to just tell her. I was like, well, shit, send me 50 more. You know, like, shit, you got it like that. You want to do something for me, send it again. And she did. But she had a problem with it.
What was the
She,
issue?
she had a problem with it. And I'm like, well, why is you out here making yourself available like this if you know you can't do that? Oh, she came at me too. She was like, I'm a user. She gonna tell Clinton. Uh, I know she got 3 kids, and I'm like, lady, I didn't ask you for nothing. Like, what are you doing? And please, because I'm a good guy, so I sent the shit back. But it's niggas, excuse me, Clinton. It's guys out here that won't do that. They will use you to death, like you said. But I just thought it was weird for me because normally, I am the one.
Mike, what happened, man? Hey, Alpha. Hey, hey,
That was
Yolanda.
weird to me. And we have women that do that all the time. And I don't know if they do that, like you said, because they want something,
It's a
or
down
they do
payment.
that because they want you to feel like, because she also said, you don't understand what you missed out on because I got a real big house. But so do I. I don't need your house. I got my own stuff. So what are
So,
we
so,
doing?
so women out
And
here
it was
cash
weird to
apping.
me. So I sit back and I expect stuff and I try not to shoot off because you never know who you're gonna run into. I may run into this lady, so I try not to be rude or disrespectful.
Yeah.
I try to keep my composure. But I really wanted to go off. I'm like, look, you can't be out here asking men do they want something or saying you gonna do something for them and then telling them that if they need anything else to call you and expect them not to. I don't
Wow.
care how good they are.
So women out here cash apping men just because, or
The
like what
pick
Timberly said,
me's,
it's a down payment. Okay.
the pick me's, it's the pick me's, it's the pick
Wow.
me's. So
Okay.
basically, what's happening is These are the women that supported their men financially um before Cash App existed. So basically what she was doing was she was devaluing Mike, because what she was saying was, okay, I'm gonna send you this money, I'm gonna see if you gonna bite, and when I don't get my way with you, when I can't sit you up in my house to play video games and give you my car to drive and keep you, then I'm gonna tell Clinton on you, like you his daddy.
I
That's
just see.
bogus.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She's trying to control Mike, and that's not love. If I
I,
just, I just wanted to throw
I
that little
told Gail,
pun
you
in
can
there.
tell whoever because you don't know me. I don't care about what nobody think about me. And I mean that. I heard Holly Berry say one day, when somebody say they don't care about what somebody think, that's a lie. Well, Holly, you ain't live my life. You ain't come up the way I came. You ain't have to fight for yourself as a kid. And then you develop this self-esteem about yourself that you just don't give a care. And I don't care about what nobody think of me. I don't care if you think I ain't no good. I don't care if you think I'm a dog. I don't care if you think I'm a cheater. That's your opinion. But if you know me, if you get to know me, you'll
Well,
know
man.
it ain't nothing I wouldn't do for you. I don't care if I gotta send a car to you because you got a flat tire and have a tow truck to send it to Gateway because you don't know me. But if you knew me, you would like me. If you don't know me, you're not gonna like me, and that's fine with me. It's a lot of people don't like me, and that line reach all the way around the corner. I think I get a kick out of it.
Hey, Mike. Hey, I be on here, man, just flat foot going in trying to help people, and I promise you, it's probably a line around the corner for me too. But
Uh,
hey,
Some
we
people
see
don't want to be
Tamika done
saved.
made it in. What's up, Tamika?
Hey, Ty.
hey,
Hey, so
Tamika.
What's up,
hey,
y'all?
I can do her like this, her and Timberland. I'm gonna throw y'all in the fire real quick. My cousin
Oh
just asked a
Lord.
question. He said, "How long does it take for a woman to expect men to pay their bills?"
Expect, expect.
Expect.
I so this is my thing. Um, people have some of my closest friends have had certain things to say. I've never expected anything. I have been offered things, I have been given things. And I am grateful to God who all gifts flow. But I don't expect a man to pay my bills. And I this is my thing. If you do something for me, um don't expect to control me. I am not the person to control. You're not gonna get that from me. I'm not a for sale. I don't have a for sale sign in my front yard. I will never be for sale. You can cash at me a stack. I'll call you. If you cash at me less than a stack, you are probably gonna have to call me to see if I got it. But I'm grateful. So when you call me and ask me if I got it, I'm gonna say yes. Thank you so much. I just checked it. I got it. If it's less than a stack. If I hear that sound, and it's my favorite sound. If I hear that sound and it's more than a stack, I'm picking up my phone. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna say thank you. But understand, I didn't ask for. I was gonna cuss. I didn't ask for a thing. I
Gotcha.
didn't ask for $1. So
Gotcha.
don't expect strings to come. Like, don't expect it, because at the end of the day, how you value me, how you respect me, what you do for me and my soul has far more to do with what you're giving me. Because I don't need a man to pay my bills. There's someone that's going to do that for the next 10 years, and I can kick my feet up and be cute. I don't need another man to do that. But like I said, God, through all gifts flow. Hallelujah. I appreciate it. I appreciate
Gotcha.
it all. But I've never been for sale. Just because you send me something don't mean that I'm finna part part the Red Sea. you're not gonna go swimming just because you send me something. It's value, it's treatment. If I have to stress, if I have to feel unsafe around you, if I feel like I'm not protected, you're not going to disturb my waters. I don't know who Shine is, and that's fine. You don't have to believe me. As a matter of fact, you can never believe me because you'll probably never know anyway. Tamika, answer this question, boo.
Tamika, so how long does it take for a woman to expect a man to start paying bills?
Okay, so first of all, a man, it says, how long does it take for a woman to expect men to pay their bills, right? So
Hmm.
here's the thing. I
Tamika
personally,
big Clint.
hmm,
I was telling Clint to make
Oh
you
yeah, let me
bigger.
go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, you didn't have to do that at all.
Let's go. They need to see y'all.
Like,
I
no,
don't know
thank
what's
you.
going on with my software
Um,
today, so I'm gonna put y'all's picture up. So go ahead.
okay, so that's a loaded question, and it's a loaded yet not loaded question. So here's the thing: I don't think women expect men to pay bills at all. I think what happens is that, so here's the thing. I can't speak for all women, so let me just speak for me. All right.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Um, I've never expected a man to pay my bills. Never. In life. My dad and my husband have been the only two men in my life that has ever paid my bills, right? I think that men have to be really cautious with the type of women that they entertain. Now there are women out there who, yeah, $40, they want their hot 40, they want their hot 50, whatever. Men have to be, just as women, men have to be cautious with the women that they entertain. If you're asking that question, then that lets me know up front that you have only entertained women that are expecting you to pay their bills, which lets me know
Mm-mm.
that you are in the wrong circles. Now, if you
Mm-mm.
are
Mm-hmm.
looking for grown women, then grown women are not
Mm-hmm.
going to expect you to do absolutely nothing. Because a man, again, we're talking about, now I'm not talking about married couples, we're talking strictly a man and a woman that are in
Mhm.
some type of mutual friendship, right? Mutual friendship,
Mhm.
mutual ship, whatever you want to call it, right? So if you are entertaining women that are expecting you to pay their bills, baby, you need to find a whole new circle of people to play with, because
Uh-oh.
you're playing with the wrong people.
Uh-oh.
And they
You better
broke nine
preach.
times out of ten. They broke.
Exactly. I heard brother Nuri Muhammad said, he was on Nick Cannon's cult, what is it called? Console culture or something like that. And they were talking about marriages,
Mhm.
right? I think the issue is this, is that we are so divided when it comes down to men and women, that the question is how long is she expecting me to pay her bills versus how long is it going to take me to marry her? When am I?
Uh-oh.
Is she qualified enough to be my wife? Is he qualified enough to be my husband? See, we playing house too much. Y'all out here playing house. And now your question is how long it's gonna take her to stop playing house and just do the grown thing, right? If you a man and you got a woman that you love, marry her. Women pick better men. Men pick better women, right? If
Uh-oh.
you're in a relationship with someone that you have no sense in the world that you're going to marry, why are you still there? Right? Why are you playing house? So I wouldn't even ask that question. I'm going to rebuttal and ask, why are you playing? Why are you still dibbling dabbling in the same circle of people that you know only are expecting you to pay your bills? Baby, you wasting your time.
I
So
was
how about
always
you
told.
find a whole new slew of people to play with, or find grown women that don't expect you to pay their bills, but just simply expect you to love them? Because if you love them, you're
Mm-mm.
going to do what's right.
I was always told that you don't have to tell a man what to do. If
That
he
part.
sees something wrong, he gonna fix it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got no problem with fixing it.
Yep.
You
Hey
know what I'm
Mike.
saying? And if you gonna have more than one, you got to be able to take care of all of them.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
If you gonna
I,
Uh-oh.
have more than one,
amen.
So
Listen,
you
Keisha,
got to be
Amen.
Keisha
able
gotta
to take
be
care of all of them.
you
you
can't be a
buy
Yep.
broke
Keisha a car, you
player.
gotta buy Keisha one.
You can't be
Right.
a broke player.
All
You know what I'm
all
talking about?
the
Broke
all
players.
all the kids that you make, everything, because it's dudes out here making kids and ain't got 50 cents in their bank account. Why are you
Mhm.
spreading your seed? Why are
But
you setting your next generation up for failure?
Mm.
That's
but we got
raggedy
but
behavior.
we gotta understand that a lot of men, black men, just don't understand because we ain't been taught. I
Right.
got a coworker. He be mad when they come ask him to do something. We at work. He like, Mike, you ain't gonna get mad. They come ask you to mop the floor. I'm like, nigga, they pay me 6 figures. I'm gonna mop the floor. I
Right.
don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
That part. Only time you gonna see Mike mad is when I get my check and it's wrong.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
That's the only time. I don't care what they ask me because I'm not here mentally.
Right.
Mentally, I'm reading this next script that I'm about to
That
get ready
part.
to do this show. That's where I'm at. I don't care about the job. I'm gonna come in here and do what these folks need me to do, and then I'm gonna leave out.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what,
what I'm
Mike?
gonna do.
I think.
That's y'all, Tamika, Mike, Timberly. This is why one of the reasons why I do Clint Speaks is because what y'all saying, people need to hear because some y'all give people, even myself, y'all give us a different point of view, something we may not have thought about. And even if we've thought about it, it's kind of like y'all heard the word revival. I remember I used to go to the Southern Baptist church and they used to say, we have a revival. And I didn't know what that meant. I thought it meant for the people to get saved, but it was actually no, that's for the people who are already saved. They how you go revive something that's never been alive. And it's kind of the same thing, you know. Sometimes we just need reviving. So I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all giving us different points of views. With that being said, Mike, since I got you on the screen, well, I'm gonna put you back on the screen.
Mhm.
Hold
Um,
on, before you put him back, can I please address Mark? I really, really, really want to
Mark got
address
her
I was
Mark.
going.
gonna
Go
say the
ahead.
same thing, Timberly. Look,
So
Go
you.
ahead,
he
address Mark.
said,
I'm going after Timberly. Tag him in.
Go ahead.
hey
he
y'all,
said,
that's my cousin. He really just asking questions. He's a married man. He just asking questions. So
I get this,
yeah.
and see, this is the problem. Men always want to say, well, that's the woman's fault. It's not my fault you broke.
Oh,
Talking to you. I'm not talking to you directly, Mark. I'm just addressing the whole that's the women fault thing. It's not, it's never been my fault that a man was broke ever in life. It's never been my fault that a man was broke. A man didn't have what a man didn't have. There are a lot of men that get out here lying,
mm.
walking around in their fabricated Gucci belts and and, and
Lucci.
their third street Jordans
Yep.
and pretending like they got it, driving their mama or their girlfriend car and taking the sorority tag holder off so you don't
Bruh.
know. Um,
All
there
right,
are
Timberly, you putting
men.
us on game now.
Yeah,
Hey, but
I'm
what he's
shooting.
saying though, what you were saying, Timberly, how men are spreading their seed. Why are women allowing them to do that?
But this is the thing right here. Men run around. No, I didn't fall for that, Mark. Get it together now. I'm from North Memphis. So this is the thing. I've seen it happen to these young girls out here plenty and plenty of times. This is the problem. Women are not responsible for what men do with their bodies. A man who cannot control his penis. Can I say that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, a man who cannot control his penis has no self-control whatsoever.
Right.
And no one can convince me of anything different than that. A man who cannot control his penis has zero control over his life. He will find his finances are in a wreck. He will find that everything in his life is going wrong because he's making bad choices.
Mhm.
People get out here, they lie, they're narcissists, they will love bomb you, they will do everything to make you feel secure and then rip the rug from under you. It happens. Nobody is responsible for someone lying and manipulating them, especially when it's done well. Especially in Memphis, these dudes be on it. You know what I'm talking about? And I'd be like, but baby, you just said 2 minutes ago, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna discontinue this conversation. You have a great one. You know, if you aren't listening, which a lot of these females aren't listening, they aren't paying attention, they aren't looking for the proof in the pudding. you know, it's a cold game out here. And so men are running around playing the numbers game and will put a case on their phone, but not put a condom on their penis. And then wonder why they on child support and run around talking about some all these females want is gold. Baby, you don't have any gold, so let's not talk about gold diggers. You're not even in the gold mine category. There's nothing to mine from you.
But
Your 32.75 a week in child support is not really doing anything for that kid. So stop talking about gold diggers and get you some gold.
Now I agree with, you know, men need to control themselves. That's a given. That's a given. Men do need to control themselves. I guess the question I have is like what Mark is saying, and not just because he's my cousin, but that's a good question. And this is what we need to get out. Why are women allowing that though?
I
I don't
think
know those
that-
women.
Right. So here's the thing. I think it's a twofold question. I think
Okay.
that when you're asking why do women allow this, I'll tell you, I'll share a little bit about my personal story, right?
Okay.
So and I've shared this a little bit on a couple of other episodes before, but I was previously married. I was married to a minister, the assistant pastor of my dad's church, actually.
Mhm.
And a pastor, right? Shout, sing, cut up, gonna hoop, holler, have a seat. Thank you very much. And would have never in my entire life knew that he was sleeping with one of the choir members.
Oh man.
While we were married, he ended up getting another girl pregnant. Child support papers came to the house. He lied about that. Had no idea that he was sleeping with his clients. None of this stuff. Had no idea. So when you say, why do women allow this? In many instances, women don't allow it. We are bamboozled just like everyone else. We are in relationship. Here's the thing. No woman goes in no relationship with the idea of we're going to break up next week. No woman in the history of history.
Gotcha.
When women give their heart, they give their heart freely.
Mm-hmm.
When men choose to dishonor, betray, disrespect that love that she has given to him, that's not her fault. There's a quote that says, self-discipline is how you feel about yourself.
Wow.
There's another scripture that says, love your neighbor as
Say it again for the people in the back. Please say it again for the people in the back.
Self-discipline is how you feel about yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other scripture that all of us have heard of is love your neighbor as yourself. Neighbor is anyone who you come in contact with, including your wife, your husband, whoever, right?
Mm-hmm.
The issue is the reason why we can't love our neighbor as ourselves is because we don't love ourselves.
Woo,
That's
baby.
How can I fully
That's
love
it.
you? How can I fully accept you? How can I fully give of myself to you when I don't love me? So when we ask the question, why do women allow this? Women do not allow this. When I am freely giving myself to you, expecting you to reciprocate the love, but you can't reciprocate the love because you don't love yourself. Your mama didn't teach you. Your daddy didn't teach you. You have no one that was in your life to fully teach you or let you know that you are enough yourself. See, we are dealing with a lot of and men and women on both sides are dealing with a lot of self-esteem issues, right? So we have women that want love. So men want respect, women want love, right?
Mm-hmm.
If a woman has not been taught how to respect a man, she can't give him what he wants.
Mm.
And if a man has not been taught how to love a woman, he can't give her what she wants.
Yeah.
So we're literally asking for, man, I need respect. Woman, I need love. But the people on the opposite side of it haven't been taught to fully love each other because they haven't been taught to love themselves.
Wow.
So what we have to do going into these relationships, I tell anybody up front, listen, I got married when I was 23 years old. That probably was one of the worst mistakes of my life because I didn't fully love me. right?
Mm.
We are getting in relationships and we don't even accept us. So I'm forcing you, I'm fussing at you, I'm mad at you because you won't accept me, but I haven't even learned how to accept me. Right? I'm mad at you because you won't give me respect. Okay, Clint, give me 2 minutes.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The difference between white and black culture when it comes down to marriage. Nahir Muhammad said that it's 3 things that during the civil rights, when they were coming up with the laws for black people to go to college, it was 3 things that they said that they would not teach black people. They would not teach black people the art of finance, the art of war, and the art of mating, right? In college, white girls, when they get out of high school, their parents send them to college, not only to get their education, but to find their husband. When we send our daughters to college, we already are telling them, don't you go there being fast. Don't you go there looking for no man. You go there and get your education. So by the time she gets out of college, right? Number 1, she's already been taught you don't need to go look for your husband there, right? You need to maintain, go to college, get your degree because you don't need a man right there. That's error number 1, okay? By the time she finishes college, 70% of the men who she grew up with are no longer in her financial bracket, okay? She goes to school to get her master's degree, right? That 30% that was in her financial bracket now dwindles down to 15, okay? So now she is bachelor's, master's, but only 15% of the men in her financial bracket look like her.
Wow.
7 to 10% of those men got white women or other races, right? Which leaves her with 5% of men to choose from. Now, we are not including that 5% of men who are part of the LGBTQ plus community.
Uh-oh.
So now you're talking about she got 3 to 2% to choose out of 2 to 3% to choose a husband.
Oh, some of them married. Don't forget some of.
And the ones that are married.
So look, y'all. First of all, we ain't about no. First of all, that was the design to discredit us.
Exactly.
It worked, and it's still working. But they ain't got the blinds on all black men. It's some really good black men out here, and we out here doing it.
No,
You know
Mike,
what I mean?
some of these women say all the good men either dead or they married.
So look, I'm gonna say this. This is where women go wrong because they done said it a couple times on here. Women ain't supposed to look. That's not the design. A man that finds a wife finds a good thing, but you gotta let a nigga find you too.
Yep, come find
You
me.
can't be hiding. You can't be complaining. You can't be upset all the time. You can't be having. Matter of fact, I know men that take care of women with other men kids, and them kids call that man daddy.
Yep, mine do.
And that man love them kids as if they was his.
Yep.
Them my kids.
But Mike, so the thing is that you're absolutely, there are good men. There really are good men. Thank God my husband is a good man. I love that man.
Yeah, I love him too. He's a cool guy.
You know you family, Mike. But there are good men. But here's the thing. I think that especially when it comes down to women that live in a certain financial bracket, right?
Right.
If we're being completely honest, right? The majority of our men don't live in a 6-figure bracket. They don't live in a 7-figure bracket. Right.
But that's an economic issue that's created by our government.
Exactly.
That is something that is done by design because generationally they have robbed us. They have robbed us repeatedly. And so there is now this thing that we have to subscribe to, that we have to be twice as good as them to get half of what they get. And so if you do the math, then we have to be 4 times as good to get what they get. And that's wild to me.
Yes.
That's absolutely wild. For a second,
what, 1971? So they've been planning this since Dr. Martin Luther King died in 68, right? 2 years later, 1970, 1971, that's when they started, this whole, they got rid of the warehouse jobs, they started the war on drugs. They've literally been planning this since the civil rights movement. It's already projected that by 2050, black household medium is going to be $0. This is the reason why they're overturning affirmative action, because they are no longer held liable legally to hire us. So you're absolutely right, Timberly. They have been planning this for the longest, and this is the reason why, as the black community, we have got to get out of this mindset of division. If we are going to make it, we can only make it together. We cannot make it divided at all, because no one is here in our government. There is no one here. I don't care if you got Obama, you got Kamala, whoever. There's no one in Washington, D.C. that is here to save us. If we do not unify together, we are literally destroying ourselves from the inside out. So we have to collectively make a decision whether or not we are going to unite as a community, because we are literally losing. We are losing, and we are losing at our own hands, not at the hands of anyone else. We are losing at our own hands.
But we're losing at our own hands because we weren't given the same resources, the same tools, the same education as our counterparts. I taught in a school in South Memphis for a few years. And when I taught in that school, I opened up the English books because it was the same English books from when I was in school, which was wild. The white English books that said English in the blue letters, and it went all the way back to the 70s. I'm like, wow, so this is what we're doing out here. And I'm knowing full well that across town in Cordova or wherever, their books are new. They have new editions of this, that, and the other. And you know what they did with that school? After they underfunded it, after they refused to make repairs and do all this other stuff, they shut down the community school.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. They are dismantling us, and they're doing it on purpose. And so my nephew, he plays football. He's getting ready to go to a private school. My son swims. He is going to a private school. We are making sure that our young black men are getting out of here. Quickly, I want to go to the comments because Sean really likes to have my attention. And that's fine. I want to read this comment.
What is he talking about?
I want to read this. He said the difference in the two ladies is that we are dealing with, one is a wife and the other lady is a girlfriend. And the fact that she has been a wife is crazy. So I want to say this. I'm not anybody's girlfriend. I'm big single. I'm a big stepper out here. I don't have to be anybody's girlfriend. I don't need to be anybody's girlfriend. When I get ready to be someone's girlfriend, then they will have the pleasure of being around me. You're making assumptions about who I am based off of short snippets and me cracking jokes while also telling the truth. And the reason why I do that is because the truth can be hard to swallow. But if we want to talk facts, stats, numbers, I have my degree in journalism. Baby, I'm highly educated. I can school you on quite a few things. It's nothing, it's no room that I can not walk into and speak intelligibly. I am a thinker. I'm very much a thinker, but I also like to have a good time, which is why people love being in my company. Let's be very clear. And the fact that I was a wife isn't crazy. As a matter of fact, there have been plenty of men who have proposed to me. I was engaged and I've broken off every engagement. I ended my marriage. And on the way out of my marriage, I explained to him about his family and the way that they acted towards me because they grew up differently. And I caught myself trying to build a bear. I told him, I said, the reason that your friends and your mom felt comfortable disrespecting me had nothing to do with how they felt about me. It had everything to do with how they felt about you. because despite how my family felt about you, they never disrespected me. They never disrespected you because they realized that that would be disrespecting me. I'm respected in every room I walk in. I'm a big stepper. Okay. So nobody's going to disrespect, nobody's going to disrespect anybody that I care for and not get stepped on.
See
I
that
have
well,
no
That
problem.
girl said she a big stepper.
yeah, I'm
But
glad
the
you
thing
brought
is,
that up
for
because
him,
this
I
for him
absolutely
to,
am.
this
but
this is my
Clinton,
next question. I'm
Clinton,
glad you brought that up, Tim.
You've been on set with me. Am I or
Yeah,
am I not a big stepper?
yeah,
but it's
yeah,
the
no
fact
doubt.
that he's trying to pin two women against each other. That's my
Yeah.
issue. It's like, bruh, don't you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter
But
where
that's
we
because
are in
that's
our
how he
lives.
feels about himself, Tamika. We already
Exactly.
covered this.
Yep.
But look,
It's
but
already
look,
Let me
look, y'all. Let me
But
let
don't.
me say something right quick, Clint. Y'all got to understand in this world, it's totally different. If you got money, if you got real money, women doing things out here. That's what they doing. And you can have as many as you want. And it don't matter. We see it on TV every day. I don't understand why would Stevie J divorce Faith Evans and then take money from her as if he ain't rich.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Why would
yeah.
you, as a
um
man out here, he can get money. Why would he take money from this lady that she worked hard and earned?
I'm gonna tell you why. Would you like you really are you asking rhetorically or are you
I
really
mean,
asking?
I'm asking
You-
rhetorically. I know
yeah,
why he
yeah.
did it,
Because
but
we
I'm
had this
just saying.
conversation before.
I'm just saying. And you
Yeah,
see this, you see two women arguing over one man on any type of reality show. They got babies bomb because they got money. I heard one lady say, even if she married, it don't matter. The man gonna have to respect if Little Wayne call her, she going. And
I
that's
saw
just
that.
ignorant to me.
I saw
That
that.
is
Giselle.
ignorant to me.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is
Giselle.
ignorant. I
The
don't care
Kareem
what you
Simpson thing.
say.
Yeah.
Uh, that's ignorant. Why would you even have the audacity to get on a platform and say that out loud and everybody can hear you? Some things are just supposed to be a secret. And now, why would you let that man comment get you up and like you gotta prove to him who you are? Bro, please, you don't even know me.
Well, let me ask you this, Mike, because what Timberly said and what you just alluded to was going to be my next thing I was going to bring up. Mike, do you consider yourself a high value man, or is there such a thing? And I want
There's
Timberly.
nothing I can't do,
So
Clint.
you consider yourself a high value man?
Yeah, ain't nothing I can't do.
That's what I'm saying.
What is a high value
That's what I
man?
want to know
That
because
sounds
that's a
so
big thing now.
crazy to me. People be like high value man, high value woman. We are all human beings.
Look,
Nobody is
check this
better
out.
than
Check
anybody.
check this out.
But
I'm
you
gonna
know,
tell
some
you what it
people,
mean. Hold on, Clint. I got her. I'm
yeah.
gonna tell you what it mean. I came from nothing. I
Okay.
came from nothing. I ain't had no mama. I ain't had no daddy. I ain't had no straight structure. I had to figure it all out on my own. I had to tell myself that I look good. That you the man. I don't care what nobody else say. I had to work for everything that I have. Ain't nobody just handed me nothing. Nothing.
Mhm.
And then
And I'm
somebody had,
sorry. Okay.
hold on. Then somebody had to say, he think he better than what he really is. And
See, man,
you know the truth. You know the truth. I am because I came from the gutter and I'm still here. And it ain't nothing nobody can do about it. Hate me till I die. But when I leave, they gonna say, man, that boy was a hard worker. He put it in. Not only did he work a good job, he taught at a South Memphis school every day with kids that were struggling, and he still filmed movies no matter if he had to go out of town or in town. And I'm hot. I'm hot out in these streets. You a stepper, but Mike Love hot out in these streets, and you ain't seen the best yet, because the best is yet to come. And that's why I'm a high value.
Boom.
gotcha, gotcha.
And I'm sorry that you had to experience that trauma, Mike.
No, we
But at
had
the
to. We
no,
had to.
no, I'm
Because if
saying
I didn't, I
everybody
probably
has
would
their
be
own,
dead.
and
I
I
probably
understand. But what I'm saying, Mike, I'm sorry that you had to experience that trauma. I feel like People should not have to experience that level of trauma in life. It's not fair. But at the end of the day,
The day got in.
the
My
day
bad.
gonna end. Man, I was thinking it as soon as that came out my mouth. I was like, oh, the day gonna end. But like it. Well, let's go to the beginning of the day because we know the day gonna end at the end of the day. At the beginning of the day, when you wake up in the morning, you put your foot in a pant leg, and then you put your other foot in a pant leg, and you pull your pants up. Nobody is exempt from value because of what they do or don't have. And nobody's value is increased because they overcame trauma, because everybody experiences trauma on some level. Now, your trauma may be greater than someone else's trauma, but at the same time, nobody, and I mean nobody, nobody is exempt from trauma. Nobody is exempt from pain. And nobody is better than anybody. Do people make better choices than other people? Absolutely. Now, somebody feeling like you think you're better than them, that's their personal feeling. Actually, they think that you're better than them. And
Yep.
that's what bothers them.
I don't know. I don't think Clinton's question was people thinking that they better than anybody. I think whatever you have to do, and I tell this to the kids, it don't matter what your background is. It don't matter if your parents on drugs. It don't matter if you sleeping in an abandoned house. It don't matter if you living out your car or in a hotel. At the end of the day, only you can make you better.
Correct.
I can't want more for you than than you
Then
want
you
for
want for
yourself.
yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But that wasn't the question. Am I a high value? I am a high value because I'm in a world that don't want to see me succeed, and I'm succeeding. Which I can tell the next kid, it don't matter what your background is. You can be the best you can be because you, not because you nobody else. It don't matter what nobody think. They gonna talk about you. They gonna talk about me. But at the end of the day, that don't matter. I'm still getting up and putting on my pants, and I'm still going out here to work. Even if I ain't got a job, I go pick up cans. I don't care. I lift manhole covers all the way down Shelby Drive. It don't matter to me. I'm going to get it.
And that
Just
doesn't
like
change your value.
Gotcha.
no,
That
man.
doesn't change your value. What you
I
do
never,
for a living does not change your value.
I never said that it did,
No,
but
I
it
never said
makes
that you said it did.
right, right. I never said it did, but if you ain't got you got two types of people in this world. You got people that want to tell people what to do, and you got people that want to be told what to do. And it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You just got them two type of people. So what type of person are you? I'm a teller. I want to tell people what to do.
Mhm.
And that's just the bottom line.
I think that what you're doing is making life a black and white issue. Nothing is
It's
black and white.
always been
There's
black and white.
no,
It's
there's
it's
gray.
always it
There's
started like that.
gray. There's
I
gray
don't
because I don't want to have to tell my man what to do, and he sure in the hell can't tell me what to do. What we can do is get together and come up with a plan and follow the plan. But
baby, the
nobody's telling
biblical
anybody
life
what to do.
the biblical life is you have your place just like he have his.
Oh, that's
That's the
fine.
biblical. So
That's fine.
sometimes in that biblical life, you gonna have to be told what to do, including myself. And I gotta be man enough to be able to accept it when I know my woman got my back. And ain't nothing wrong with that. You can't be just one sided. You got to tender your heart and say, hey, he got my best interest. And that's
So
Telling me
so
okay.
what to do is not respecting me. My thing is, I'm going to lead with respect with my partner, and my partner is going to respect me in return. If we need to have a conversation, I've had difficult conversations. If we're going to have a difficult conversation, we can have a difficult conversation. We can talk, we can discuss, we can do all those things. But at the end of the day, no one is dictating to the other person because we respect each other.
Baby, all I'm gonna tell you is like them old folks used to tell me, just keep living. Just keep living. You'll
Oh, that's
see.
fine.
so
Oh,
so
I've
so
lived a lot of life, but nobody's gonna tell me what to do, and I'm not telling nobody what to do. When I go to work, I tell people what to do. When he goes to work, he tells people what to do. He answers people's questions. He's this, he's that. He's a lot for everybody. So when we get home, the way that we take the weight of the world off of each other is by respecting each other enough to say, hey, what do you think about this? Let me bounce this off of you. What do you think is the best thing? And then we can discuss, well, this makes sense because of this doesn't make sense because of that. You know, if we're getting to a point where we got to figure out where the light bill money coming from, then we're too late in the game, and that's not partnership. It's about proactivity. If you're not going to be proactive, if all you are is reactive, please slide away from me. Because if we're always reacting to something, there's always a problem. And if there's always a problem, I'm not relaxed and I don't feel safe and I don't feel covered. So
So
we can't do
that's
that.
some great points, Timberly. And I want y'all to read Shine's comment, but Tamika, I need to get your input as well. Mike said he is a high value man. Timberly said, "Hey, there's no such thing." What are your thoughts?
Like, it
Oh,
comes.
I'm sorry, I cut you off. Can you start over? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. It comes down to what you bring to the table. You know, I hear people ask all the time, you know, what you bring to the table, what you bring to the table. And going back to something that Timberly mentioned about partnership, right? And so partnership is about me presenting myself in a way that aligns with your values, right? The guy, Nahir Muhammad said, what he said, your wants should be my goals, right? This is what partnership is about. Partnership is about whatever your wants are. If we're together, that becomes my goals. Right now, me and my husband Tracy, we're in a race right now, and our race is who's going to retire who first, right?
Wow.
And we collectively work together and everything. We collectively build together and everything. He told me yesterday, we were talking about something. I had mentioned something to him a while ago, and he said, he said, I'm going to get that for you. And I hadn't mentioned that to him in like probably a month or so, but it let me know that it was still on his mind. So my wants has become his goals. And so when it comes down to being a high quality man or a high caliber woman, or however you want to, whatever the terminology you want to feel about it, at the end of the day, it's how do you operate in partnership, right? Because there is you can have a relationship, and a relationship is about rules and regulations, or you can have about partnership, and partnership is about growth and building. And I think so many times we go into relationships with an idea. Now, I agree with Mike. So let me lead with this. I agree with Mike when Mike said that looking at relationships from a biblical standpoint, each person in that marriage has a place. I agree with that 100%. Talk to your mama and argue with your mammy. I don't care. That's how I feel about it. But I also feel that going into a relationship, and I think that's one of the reasons why, Tracy and I, that you can't be in a sustaining partnership or a relationship if you're not friends, number one. I think we have so many relationships where I love you, but I don't like you, and I think that going into relationships, or like I said, it don't matter how you label yourself. At the end of the day, or do you align with my goals? At the end of the day, do you align with my values? Do you align with my morals? I hear people all the time. I used to grow up in church say, oh, you don't want to be unequally yoked. And people all automatically assume that was specifically talking about religion. No. Unequally yoked talks about, do you pay your bills on time, right? If I pay my bills on time, you pay yours late, we unequally yoked, right? Do you brush your teeth every day? Do you wash your tail every day? How do you talk to your mama? How do you treat your mom? Because how you treat your mom is how you're going to treat me, right? So it's bigger than just religion, or it's bigger than just aligning that up with just denomination and religious practices. Being unequally yoked is about your morals and your values. It's how you see day-to-day life. It's how you operate, how you what's your financial literacy status. Can you read? What is your educational status? Can you communicate properly? This goes so far. And I think that we've gotten so lost with titles and how we label one another and worrying about, do you make this amount of money? Do you have that? How many, what's your body count? Not bump all of that. Baby, can we function together?
Wow.
Can we build together? If you land on your bed, can I am I in a place where I can manage the house? If I'm laying in my bed, are you in a place where you can manage the house? How can we build, grow, and create together? That's it. It don't matter about anything else, about any titles or anything else. Can we cohesively walk this path together? Do you like me? Do you see me? Do you value me? Do you honor me? Do you respect me? That's what partnership is about. That's what relationship is about. That is what marriage is about. None of the rest of that extra stuff matters. We spend too much time trying to develop stuff that does not matter. Do you like me? At the end of the day, do you like me? When you see me sleeping next to you and you look at me, do you like me?
Wow.
That's what matters. And so when it comes down to a high caliber, yes, high caliber men are great. High caliber women are great. But can you bring your high caliber self and she bring her high caliber self and y'all have a high caliber relationship? Because so many times you got people that one person is here, another person is here, and it does not match. And you wonder why the relationship is out of whack. You're wondering why the marriage is not growing. You're wondering why you're stagnant. It's because you guys have not figured out how to live in a cohesive manner to build. Dr. Miles Monroe said it best. He said, God gave men the job to work. And I'm not talking about just on a job. He's talking about to build. When God gave man dominion, the first thing he did was gave him work. The woman's job is to come in and be that helpmeet, not to be under him, not to be above him, but to be right there on side of him so that he can make it. Because the thing is this, if he makes it, she makes it. If she makes it, he make it. Where too many people are in competition with their own spouse. Too many people are in competition with their own mate. If we stop looking at each other as competitive competition and look at each other as team, this is my team member. We are in this together. We are building together, but you're too busy in relationships competing against one another. That's not a relationship. That is not a partnership. That ain't even a business ship. You cannot build on competition. You build on love. You build on growth. You build on camaraderie. You build on respect. But so many times we are in these jacked up relationships trying to build something. You cannot build something on shaky ground. What does your foundation look like? Is your foundation strong? Too many people are building their relationships on sand, on quicksand, on stuff that does not matter. You have to have a foundation for growth, and we're wondering why why we have such a high percentage in divorces and breakups is because we go into relationships without building the foundation first. And so the first thing that you have to do is learn to build that foundation before you can even look for it in building a partnership.
Amen.
Look.
So I want to add to that because I posted a status the other day and I was talking about the relationship that I have with my brother. Me and my brother get on the phone and we can talk for hours about anything. And it's the most honest, we will have the realest and most raw conversations. And I said the next time that I am in a relationship, I have to be able to have the realest and the rawest conversations. There is no judgment coming from me, but I need to know who I'm dealing with. And someone said, how can you expect somebody you get in a relationship to have the same type of relationship with you as somebody that you've known practically all your life, that's your brother. I said, see, you don't realize somebody that I just met, somebody that I don't know, doesn't qualify to be in a relationship with me. I need to know who you are first. If I don't know who you aren't boyfriend material, you aren't husband material. You can't make it to the next level until I know how you tick, until I know how you think. Because at the end of the day, and I keep thinking the day gonna end,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the end of the day, you have to realize, like Tamika said, like you can't be financially stable and your partner is running and taking out payday loans every week. That doesn't work because you're not building. If one person is building and the other person is siphoning, nothing is getting built. You can't, your bank can't be Cash App and then I'm over here at Chase and City of Memphis Credit Union and Hope Credit Union, and I got, I have these assets and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and you running the 745 cash, or you taking title loans, like just all types of stuff. It's messiness. And so either you can talk to your person, your potential partner, and say, hey, these are the things that I see that are wrong, and this is why it's unwise. And if they can make the adjustment, if they can grow, if they show aptitude for growth, which is what these companies look for, aptitude to adapt, aptitude to grow. If you can show those things, then you might be looked at as a partner. But if I can't say, hey, this is what I'm seeing that's wrong, this is what I'm seeing that you're doing, and if you can't say those things to me, if I feel like I'm wrong and I feel like you're yesing me just for the sake of trying to make me feel better, I'm not gonna like you.
So let me say this and stay on Timberly. Steve, well, Shine, I know him as Steve. That's my guy. He he put the definition up. I'm just gonna rewind and we're gonna come fast forward. Rewinding back to the high value man thing. Shine said that a man's ability to earn at least $10,000 monthly, earning 10,000 monthly over 5 years, acceptance from a group of other high value men, access to a fraternity like network, an accepted prominent position by society, the ability to be of use by other high value men. He just basically broke down what society considers to be a high value man. Um,
But
Now,
how
I
many
don't,
men are actually making $10,000 a month? So
you,
to assume, I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't
no,
mean
no,
not to.
you were saying what now, Tamika?
No, I was just saying. So that's so I understand that he's saying that that's what society sees as a high value,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So my question is, and and I think right before he commented that, I think he said only 15% of men make over $10,000. I mean,
Mm.
over $100,000 a month, right? So when you are utilizing the term a high value man, and your description of that is that he makes $10,000 monthly at least. So that's saying that he makes right at $120,000 a year.
Yeah.
Are we assuming that men that don't make that much are not high value men?
And
That's
that's the
that's
point that I'm making.
yeah, that's what she was saying, and that's what I'm getting at. That's why I asked that question, is because, and I'm pretty sure that's why Timberly is saying it. There, don't take this the wrong way, women, because it's not well. Let me say this, so I won't confuse myself. The reason why I brought this forward tonight is because what y'all said earlier. We have enough males versus female, men versus women, husband versus wife, and vice versa. We got enough of that going on, and that's a known thing. But now you get out in the dating pool, and you'll have, just for an example, women that look at certain men and say, "You're not what I consider somebody in my league. You're not, in other words, a high value man." And you'll have some men They figure, well, hey, you're not in my league because I am a high value man. So you look at the dating pool and it's full of emptiness. It's full of
Yeah.
people, but it's empty. And that's why I wanted to bring this tonight, because with the stuff that y'all saying, Timberly, Tamika, Mike, we need to hear. Let me, that's basically what they're saying, Tamika, is that's the definition of a high value man. But Timberly, let's do this real quick, y'all. Maisha Beasley said, to your point, Tamika, that's why I wanted to keep you on, Timberly. I wanted to ask you, do you agree with this? Because I do. She said, a woman is a multiplier. Whatever the man brings, she will multiply it. We work together. People do not take this the wrong way. I feel that. On Clint Speaks, Tamika, Timberly, Mike, y'all know how I am. My wife, De'Ara, I'm straight to the point. Some things y'all might consider too graphic, but everything we can't say in the church. So in the comfort of my own home, I'm comfortable. And I want to be able to say this to her point, even if you're talking about impregnating a woman. He is the one that, what, like she said, whatever he brings, that seed, she multiplies it. She's the one that takes care of that. Sometimes you may have one, sometimes you may have twins, sometimes you may have triplets, sometimes you may have multiple children different years. Just as an example, business wise, hey, I believe Timberly, Tamika, as an example, De'Ara, whatever their men decide to do, if it's not anything illegal, they are 100% walking with that man and saying, hey, I'm jumping in with you. You ain't even got to ask me. I'm in there with you, man. And believe it or not, you got some ride or die queens out here that say, oh, no, you taking him down. I'm going down too, because we won. And that's one reason why I wanted to bring this out. So I agree with that. I wanted to ask Timberly if she agreed, but I believe she does.
So this is my thing.
Yeah,
Women definitely are multipliers, and so I have this saying that I tell men that I date, and I haven't even had to have this conversation since since my marriage. I have this saying that I used to have to like start with and be like, if you don't give me heaven, I'll raise hell. If you are bringing hell to a woman's doorstep, if you are bringing drama and problems, do not be surprised when the drama and problems surround you. No woman can operate in any space without multiplying what is given to her. So if you give me love, baby, I am going to love you down. And see, people think that love is always a physical thing. It's not always that. Love is not always a physical thing. Love is a mental thing. Love is a spiritual thing. Love is something that it's an action. Love is a verb, right? But a lot of people think that unless you taking off your clothes for me, you don't love me. No, you can take off your clothes and give me the shirt on your back and let me know that you love me. You can pull your jacket off, and if you see that I'm cold, and I'll know that you care and you're protecting and covering me. If I see that you do not have the capacity to protect and cover me, I am not going to be under the covers with you.
gotcha.
It's about
So
capacity, it's about respect. The value of a human being is based in emotional intelligence, in my opinion.
gotcha. Ben said the world has placed us in situations to put us, and he put in parentheses, black men and black women against each other to
Yeah,
destroy our families and weaken us as a whole.
that's true.
Aisha said, in her opinion, a high value man is a man who is striving to elevate himself and everything around him. It's not about money or status pro quo. Um, so yes, Maisha said, yes, bring a seed, I'll give you a child. Bring bread, I will give you a meal. She breaking it down, y'all. Bring a house and I'll bring it and I'll make it a home. Yes, we can do it alone, but we can do it best together.
Amen.
On that note, hey Shell,
Hi,
that's
Hey,
family.
man, y'all better quit playing with that one there. Y'all better quit
girl.
playing with her. What's up, Shell
How you
Nolan?
doing? How you doing? Look, I was like, man, I hope I catch it. I hope I catch it. I'm late for everything.
Shell. So listen, you good people, man. My wife, I'm talking about hey Rochelle. Hey, and my wife ain't just
Hey, Miss D.
look, y'all got Tamika and Timberly, and I know you finna do it too, but y'all be having my wife over here going in. But listen, so we talking about relationships. We want to talk about things, Shell. And Mike, I ain't forgot about you, man. I need to hear from you too, man. Shell, we just got through talking about, is there such thing as a high value man? And if so, what is one? Is that fair to the man? Is it fair to even look at a woman and say, hey, she's not a high value person? Is there such thing? Because we're trying to find out what's going on with this dating pool. Why is it full of people, but it's empty?
So, close my door because I'm on a podcast. Close the door. That's my son. He gonna be a man of value one day. That's my son. Yeah, go on get him. Thank you.
Here she go. Let's go.
So here we go. We got to jump into what they say. Get into it. So the thing about it, and I may upset some women, like, but we're here for truth, right? I may upset some women, and before I say anything, please understand, I was raised by a man from the hood with an 8th grade education. So, a man of value, from the women that we have in today's society, we don't respect a man of value, because a man of value comes with structure. They come with they also come with values that they like. It may be cool for you to do this and that and the third while you over there. It may be cool for you to do what even attracted me to you. But when we get together, if I see value in you and being my woman, you're going to respect me saying to you, baby, like, you just need to tweak this, adjust that, move this up a little bit, pull that down some, and you good. But in the world that we live in, we do not respect the opinion of a man of value, because those men often come off as being bossy. Oh, you want to know everywhere where I'm at? Da-da-da. A man of value sees and wants a woman of value, and a woman of value, like, yeah, we nice, we sweet, we all of this, we all of the above, but a woman of value has limited access to any and everybody around her, and it's only a certain type of access that her man can have that nobody else can have to her, like I did. And that's one thing that I had to learn. Like, I make myself dispensable a whole lot of ways to almost everything. Little Red Riding Hood can call me and be like, girl, I need help going to kill the wolf. I'm probably finna walk with Little Red Riding Hood to make sure she do it. You know what I'm saying? But my man gonna be like, look, you not doing that. You not Shira. You not doing that. You better call somebody else to do it. But just me being me, during my single time, like, I could do that. I've been doing it for years with no problem. But now that I have this man of value in my life, he comes with standards. He comes with structure. He comes with concern for me. And one of the most things that I know I have seen from either myself in the past, I'm guilty of this, and even with women that I know in my life, one of the biggest things that we hate for a man to correct about us is the way we dress. If I look good in this, and baby, I look good. I look like a smothered biscuit in this. Like, come sop me up. But a man of value just wants to know, like, my woman is attractive. He don't want people lusting and falling over their feet for his woman when they go places. So what are you doing to get that type of reaction from people? Because if a man can't get you to listen to him, you can't expect for him to protect you. And women get that misunderstood. If your man telling you, look, baby, they look good on you now. Don't get it twisted. They look good on you. But I feel like by me not being with you, maybe you should just tone it down a little bit. Just put on something else. Some women, now I would say some, not all, some would be like, you can't tell me what to wear. Girl, he over here thinking he can tell me what to wear, girl.
Oh,
You
you
know, I
better
bought
break
this,
it
girl. I
down,
just
girl.
got this at a layaway. I've been waiting on it, girl. I got this on the Afterpay setup. How he gonna tell me to wear this after? I didn't already get it on Afterpay. I'm not gonna wear it after. Like, come on now. So if you go out and your man is not with you, he telling you that's not a good idea. But you gonna go ahead, take your Mountain Irene head cell phone out the door with that outfit on. Now you want to call him, baby. These dudes at the club disrespecting me. I feel uncomfortable. I can't walk out my car. I can't go to the door. You want him to play Captain Saber, you want him to come put his cape on when all he asks you to do is just make sure the skirt just below your knees. Make sure the left booty cheek ain't showing today because you had the right booty cheek showing. You even show two booty cheeks in the same week now. Come on now. We ain't doing that. But now it's a problem. Like, ladies, like, real talk for real. We cannot put our men in the position to want them to protect us if we don't listen to just simple things. It may not even come off the way that we want to hear it, but ultimately, if you know that man mean you good, he love you, he don't want to see nothing happen to you, like, respect his requests on certain things so he can always be in a position to protect you. Because if you walked out the house fully clothed or just looking a certain type of way, you know what I'm saying, just looking a certain type of way where he's comfortable with you leaving without him being with you, and you call him, oh, he running on toenails to get to you, because it's no way. I know somebody just being disrespectful, utterly disrespectful. And to be honest, you could go somewhere in a blanket and men still be disrespectful. But trust and believe your man gonna feel more comfortable protecting a quilt than protecting a piece of dental floss. He's gonna feel more adequate of a man, like, because my woman went out looking wholesome. There's no reason for nobody to disrespect her like that. There's no reason. So he coming on 20. And then it's the same for women of value. Women of value, like, yeah, we don't want no lot lizard looking dude on our shoulder now. We don't want that. Get back. We don't want that. We do want a man that's gonna turn some heads and stuff like that. We want some candy on our arms too, but we want a man of value that knows, like, you don't have to pay attention to every woman that says, "Oh, you looking good." You breaking your neck to make sure they looking. I'm gonna break your arms. We gonna live, ain't it? No, I'm not. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it because that's just wrong. But a man of value, trust and believe he's going to have a woman of value. And if y'all know any men that you feel is of value, look at their woman. Look at their woman. I guarantee you their woman is productive. She's doing certain things. And even if you just know a woman of value, she's going to have a man of value that does certain things. But this comes with maturity. All this stuff comes with mental maturity, emotional maturity, financial maturity, all type of maturity, because people really don't understand their worth until you have been through life experiences. But baby, I'm telling y'all that, baby, these 2024 men, they asking you what you bring to the table, and women get offended because we take it the wrong way. Women take this stuff the wrong way.
So oh no, I'm just saying, I didn't mean to cut you off, but we got to come back to you on that because I got to hit that before we go.
Can I respond? Because I disagree.
Let me respond. Let me respond right quick.
I'm coming to you, Timberly and Tamika. I'm doing it this way for a reason, so stick with me, Timberly. So let me hear from Mike, and I got to ask you a question too, Mike. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You ask your question. I implement it all in there.
Mike, from what everybody has said, I'm looking at just say I'm looking at a virtual dating pool, and the man is saying these women ain't this and that. The women are saying this. Mike, from a man perspective, because you are a man, where are men going wrong? Even if you have to say, hey, me, myself, Clint, I know I need to straighten up in this area. Where are men going wrong when it comes to dating?
All right. So I'm old school. I like the way the old men did it back in the day. They took care of their families. Back in the day, and maybe it was easier, but the black man was married to a woman, and he might have had a woman around the corner, but all his kids in the house went to college. He paid for it. Their house was paid for. Even the woman around the corner, he took care of her too. I'm old school like that. I seen my granddaddy. My granddaddy had a sixth grade education. He took me in and he was like, I can teach you how to get money. It's a lot I can't teach you, but I can teach you how to get money. And I always value that from him. And he worked to the day he died. He packed his clothes up, went to the hospital. A week later, he was dead. That's
Wow.
how he went. So,
Wow.
so what? To your question, the the um the blueprint is made for us. One, a man finds a wife, and her job is to make sure he's straight, like the young lady said. If he got the house, she gonna make it home. So he come home from work every day. And I explain this. If I come home, your job is to make sure I'm straight. That's it. To prepare me for the next day. You know what I'm saying? I come home, whether you cook a meal or you rub my back, however you do it in that home to make your house a home, then you do that, right?
Hmm.
Now, if you can do your job with the getting the kids straight and taking care of your man and putting him out the next day so he can go get that money and come home, and the man is truly supposed to pay all the bills. I don't give a care about what bill it is. He's supposed to pay the light bill, mortgage, rent, car notes, trips with you and the kids, trips with you and him. He's supposed to pay for all that. And if you decide to work, that's your money to do what you see fit. That's it. That's the design. And if you ain't out here in this world trying to help somebody else be great, then what you out here for? Because if you got all the money in the world and you done took every trip you ever wanted to take in your life and you done bought everything that you wanted to buy and you can't buy nothing else and you can't take no trip, then the only thing you got is love for yourself. And if you ain't got love for yourself, you ain't never gonna be happy because if you don't love yourself,
Mm-mm.
how can you love anybody else?
There you go. There you go.
I love
I
me.
There you go. Me too, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I love me. So I remember one time, man, I walked around in depression so bad, man. Just low self-esteem. Boy, I ain't gonna lie. Boy, I looked at my toes the other day. I said, man, let me quick. I had to start turning my cell phone, Mike. I said, I love me some me, dog.
That's it.
I ain't gonna lie,
And
man. I
with that,
love
hold
me
on.
some me.
And with that being said, I don't care what my woman put on because a real woman ain't gonna let no nigga disrespect her. And I don't want nobody that don't nobody else want no way. That
There you
mean
go.
you ugly. That mean you a lot lizard. Don't nobody want you. So if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. I don't care what you put on. As long as you respect yourself, a man gonna respect you. I remember growing up, another girl asked another girl, "How you get Mike Love to respect you?" I don't know. He just always been respectful to me. Well, dang, I wonder what it is about you. No, it's because the way she carried herself. She wasn't
Mhm.
gonna tolerate me disrespecting her. And a lot of women tolerate men disrespecting them. I tell my daughter all the time, I don't care where you at. Nigga disrespect you, you deal with them right there. You did. I don't care if it's in the classroom, wherever it's at. You get loud, and you let them know. I ain't no B, I ain't no O. And y'all can
Mhm.
call my daddy because he told me to do that. And if
Mhm.
y'all put these folks in check when they disrespectful, they won't do it no more. And that's real.
There you go. Hey, Shine. Hey, Shine. Let me say this, Shine. No, I wasn't like blaming men. I was just basically asking the question because I was gonna ask the women the same thing. What do they think they're going wrong? But hey, so I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in here before we go, and I'm gonna start off with Timberly. We go hit Tamika and we go hit Shell. I'm gonna ask all the ladies on the panel because I want Mike to stay on. When I ask y'all this question, if Mike disagree, because y'all know we go one by one, but this time, do y'all give Mike the green light to jump in there and give y'all his opinion? Can I get y'all to give me just this one
Oh
time?
yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, Tamika, I'm sorry, Timberly.
Hold on, Clint. Before you ask me this question, I want to say this. I agree with Mike on a woman being able to wear whatever she deems fit. First of all, I got common sense, so I'm not walking outside in a thong unless we're on a beach in another country. But even if I am, no man is gonna disrespect me. And if he decides to reach out and touch, he gonna get touched back. I was in the club and I had on a mini dress because it was the club. I was in college, and this man thought that he was going to get a handful. I turned around and double punched him, and his homies had to catch him while he was falling off the floor. He was falling to the ground, and they had to catch him so his head didn't hit the ground. But guess what? He ain't touched me no more that night. And his friends was like, "Damn, shawty." And they was like, "Man, she a real one." Yes, I'm a real one. You're not gonna disrespect me. It doesn't matter if I have on sweatpants and a t-shirt or I have on a crop top and a mini skirt. It doesn't matter what I have on because what I'm wearing doesn't dictate who I am as a person. So how you come to me is how you're gonna be. You either gonna get sent away from my door nicely, or we're gonna have. Hey, what Tina Turner say? We can do this nice and easy. We can do it rough. But either way you want to do it, you're gonna respect me, or I'm gonna teach you to respect me. No
Uh,
man is being put in a position because of what I have on. No man, I've never said, "Hey, a man is disrespecting me," and I get asked, "What you got on?" That's wild to me. That's never happened. As a matter of fact, I've never had to pick up the phone and call a man. If I'm out on my own, I cover the ground I stand on. I don't need to call a man because some man is bothering me. I know what to do, and I got what I got on me to get him up off me. And I don't have to talk about it. I don't have to tell him what I got. Now it's certain if you talking slick, I can go ahead and let you know. Like it was this dude. I had on some leggings and a big t-shirt, and this pack of young men was walking, and they were like, "Oh man, all that ass in them jeans." And I said, "Oh man, all this strap in this bag." And they was like, "Whoa, whoa, my bad, Miss Lady." Yeah, you're not gonna play with me like that. But I'm just saying, what a woman has on doesn't dictate her value. It doesn't dictate her safety. It doesn't dictate anything. We need to stop talking about what women are wearing, and we need to talk about men's actions because men need to be able to control themselves.
We're gonna have to
all right.
go in a
So
rabbit hole to really get some understanding on that because I can agree to disagree. You right. You can walk out naked and should nobody touch you. You absolutely right. But we living in a world of all kind of mental abuse, drug abuse, all kind of stuff. And we take things the wrong way instead of seeing what's the positive side of why someone is saying something to you. Because I know if a person know me, they know I'm gonna dress how I want to, and I'm by myself 9 times out of 10, and no one disrespects me. However, once I have gained a relationship and that man requests, not making requests certain things, like, because he knows that when you go out, you're not in the world by yourself. You can't dictate how a person will try you or not try you. Just because I've had 20 plus years good running of nobody ever trying me. I don't know if it's because I'm big, I don't know. But I do know I I'm in a world, and I'm in one of the roughest cities. I'm in a world where you walk down Beale Street, if you don't turn around and acknowledge somebody saying something to you, "Hey baby, you looking good." If you keep walking, "Oh, big head mother, look at that, ketchup head, body shape wrong, backward ass." We live in that kind of city. So I'm not saying not to dress how you want to dress. I don't want it to be misconstrued. What I was saying was, if you're with a man of value and you respect his opinion on stuff, a woman of value is going to adhere and understand what it is that he's asking of her, especially if he's saying, "Baby, you going out by yourself. I'm not with you." So I would be more comfortable with you going out enjoying yourself if you just toned it down a little bit, because I know we in Memphis and men disrespectful all day. Shoot, the stud women became disrespectful. So that's what I was saying. I don't want nobody to take it wrong and think I'm saying, "Oh, don't wear this, don't wear that," because I've been wearing what I want to wear my whole life. But when I'm with a man of value and I respect his opinion on stuff, I'm gonna honor his opinion and do as he asks, because I know he'll do the same for me. Baby, don't wear them jogging pants. It's jogging pants season. I don't care. You better put on a leather suit, and I know
Shell,
he's
Hey,
gonna
hey,
respect it.
hey, before, hey, I was in the club and the stud and her girlfriend came in. Her girlfriend was pretty, but I hollered at the stud. Do you know the girlfriend got mad? Why you trying to talk to her? She a dude. I said, no, she a dude to you. She a woman to me.
Bruh.
Trip the pretty girl out. She couldn't believe it. And guess what? The stud liked me trying to holler at her.
Mhm.
wow.
She liked it.
Still a woman.
So
Still a
that's
woman. You
Hey,
want to
because
know?
she's still a woman. Exactly.
that's
Don't
another
matter to me.
podcast there, dog. That's
Right.
another 2 hours.
Right. I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to
I'm
say that.
sorry.
Hey,
That's your question. I didn't want nobody to tell me when I was staying wrong, though.
no, you
No,
I'm
right.
ready for our
no, you
question because
good,
it sounds like
girl.
it's gonna be
We
fun.
know what you.
You right.
We
'Cause
know who you
I'm
are.
gonna say this before I get to my question, Shell, to your point. Um, again, I'm not doing a man versus woman thing. That y'all not doing that. We're not doing that. And I'm glad. I do have to say this though. When you see women on social media, for example, and they have their cleavage out, or like you said, Shell, they have their left cheek out, and yet they're praying to God and say, "Send me a good, wholesome man." And when somebody that's a street inward approach you, you got an issue with that. That's how you're presenting yourself. Women got to
Yes.
understand. Yes, you can dress how you want to dress. Yeah, you can pop that thing out if you want to, but do not expect men to treat you like a lady if you're not dressed like one. You're grown. Dress how you want to dress, but please understand how you appear to a man is how we gonna treat you. That's
Why
just
can't
Yes.
being
you
honest.
just treat a
Well,
woman like a
Yeah.
human being
Yeah,
despite what
woman
they
should be
have
treated like a
on?
human being. But I remember, and I told my wife this. I remember this is at church, y'all. I got off the stage. I was working. I did a skit. We did a skit. Came off the stage, and I decided to go kick it with my girl Marquita at the door. She was watching the door, basically ushering. So we back there, and a woman comes in, and I'm speaking to everybody. Hey man, how you doing? What's up, man? Hey ma'am, how you doing? Glad you came. And I guess when I bowed my head to this woman, she thought I was looking at her cleavage. And she get defensive. I'm saying, no, ma'am. I'm saying, how you doing, ma'am? And she was like, and I'm like, yeah, you got them out. I ain't looking at them, but they are there. So you want to be treated like a lady, dressed like one. You're telling the whole world, I want you to look at my titties. Look at them. When a man looks at your titties, don't get mad. That's what we're saying. But don't come to me talking about scripture when you darn near got your nipple hanging out. That is not what we doing here.
right.
Yes, you can dress how you want to dress, but please understand there's a difference between that choir robe and somebody with their nipple out,
Yeah.
whether we want to receive it or not. It is.
Time and a place
Men
for
And
look at it that way.
everything.
I
So
think
let
that
me
that's
let me
the.
get to this question though.
Oh,
Let me
sorry.
get to this question. I wanted to start with Timberly, if y'all don't mind. I want to start with her because I want to go in order. Mike, stay with me. Timberly, I'm gonna
Okay,
put
I
you back
got
on
you.
the screen. And Timberly, I want you to break this down for me. Submissive. Yeah,
I
we gotta
just
go
had
there.
this
We gotta go
conversation.
there. Shell
I
went
just
there.
had this
Shell started it about
conversation.
2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I was gonna do this. Submissive. We've all been married or either still married. What is submissive to you? Do you have any issues with that?
Okay, so this is what submission is to me, and I want to be very clear. Submission is a two-way street. You have to submit to each other because it is a team thing. It's a team thing. A relationship, a partnership is a team thing. So somebody has to be the point guard, somebody has to be the shooting guard, somebody got to play defense sometimes. You have to know your role and you have to be able to play it. And that involves not trying to play the role of the other person. And that's not necessarily a gender thing. It is a person, it is a case by case basis. Everybody says the woman should be doing this and the man should be doing that. No, it's two people in a partnership, and whatever they decide in their partnership is what they should be doing. And once they decide that that's what they're doing, they should know their roles and they should shut their mouth. No, I'm playing. That's the
Yeah.
rock. But no, for real, you really you really should know your role. And so if ever the roles need to change, there needs to be an open line of communication. A lot of people want to be dictators. We have too many chiefs and not enough Indians, if I'm not being too, racially controversial. Like we have too many people that want to be in charge when the thing about it is it's not about being in charge, it's about making good decisions together. So submission is a two-way street. Submission is
I
a
like
is
that.
a thing. It's just like in the bedroom. Missionary position is when the woman is on the bottom, but ain't no man in the world gonna convince me that he don't want to get rolled. So
I'm
it
old.
allows him, it
I ain't
allow
gotta have
like
it.
he gotta be on the bottom. So it is a thing. You gonna have to swap it out. You're going to have to play your position when it's time. And when it's time to switch positions, you switch positions. And so submission is a two-way street. If I am talking to, and hypothetically, if I'm talking to my man and I say, hey babe, this is what I'm seeing strategically, this is where we should be going. If he can never listen to me, but I'm always supposed to be listening to him, he's not my man.
Gotcha, gotcha. I like how you put that, but it's a two-way street. All right, hey, so Tamika, what is submission? Is there a such thing, and do you have any issues with that?
So submission is it's very simple. It's submitting to the mission. That's it.
Wow.
It's the mission of the house. Whatever
Right.
is the mission of the house, right? So when you're in a relationship, before you get married, you should know what the mission is of that house,
Wow.
right? So if the mission, so me and Tracy first started dating, and I asked him, I said, "What's the goal?" He said, "The goal is to get to $1 billion." Okay, cool. I know what the goal is, so I know what we got to do, right? The
Mhm.
goal is to raise trauma-free children. All right, cool. I know what the goal is. I know what we got to do, right? Our goal is to build a house, move to South Africa, buy property. So before we even got married, we understood what the mission was. So once we got married, we already know, okay, this is the roadmap. So when people think of submission, they automatically think, oh, Florida Evans and James, or they think, slave master and
Mhm.
submission is very simple. It's not complicated. It's literally submitting to the mission of the house. I cook,
Wow.
Tracy cooks. I wash clothes, Tracy wash clothes. I wash the kids, he wash the kids.
Wow.
If I drive and buy dinner, he drives and buy dinner. So it's not a sense of one above the other. No, we're in this together. And when it goes back to a high value person, when you're thinking about a marriage, a high value woman she already knows what to wear. You don't have to tell her what to wear. You don't have to critique her. She knows what to wear before she even walk out the house. When you think of a marriage, a partnership, a relationship, when you are really with the right person, there are some questions you don't even have to ask. There are some things you don't even have to consider. I don't go through Tracy's phone. I know Tracy's character, right? Tracy doesn't go through my phone. He knows my character. I don't have to go through his emails. I know his character.
Wow.
Character speaks louder than anything else. So while you're saying about, girl, he packing, girl, he got this. What does his character look like?
Come on, man.
Does he lie? How does he treat the waiter when they bring his food and the food's not right? How does he treat a homeless person on the street? How does he treat his family members? How does he treat his children if his children don't live with him? Does he take care of his children that don't live with him? It's about character. So when you talk about submission, when you're talking about a marriage, the first question is this: What is the mission? Because without a mission, neither one of us can submit. We are submitting blindly.
Wow.
And the worst thing that you can do in a marriage is to submit blindly, because like the Bible says, the blind leads the blind. And what happens? They both fall in the ditch. So before you go into a relationship, understand the first question is before we go to the honeymoon and you pop up and down inside of me, what is the mission?
What is the mission? Wow.
What is our goal? What are we working towards? Because if you're only with me because my butt is fat, well, baby, you need to go about your business. The only reason I'm with you is because your bankroll is fat. I need to go about my business, because there's no longevity in submitting blindly. Longevity is in building, it is in growing, it is working cohesively as a team towards one mission. So before you step into any relationship with any man, find out what is his mission. And if his mission does not align with your values, keep on stepping it on to the next one.
Wow. Before you go, I'll go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
No, I'm just saying boom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, Mark said you got to pick your leader as a husband wisely, because he will be the leader of your choice.
Women don't pick.
No, that's not it. It's not even about picking a leader.
Right.
It's not about a leader. It's about picking someone that aligns with your. See, here's the problem. We got men and women that don't have values.
That's right.
They have no morals. So when you are picking amongst a pool of people that have no values. They don't understand what it is to be a leader. They've never had to lead. So when you're trying to pick a husband who has never led anything in his life and can't even lead his body, how can he lead the house?
Wow.
So we literally have a pool of people with zero leadership skills, with zero communication skills, with zero emotional equity skills. So we're literally picking from people that are blind. It's not about choosing a leader. It's about choosing someone who has something to work towards, who is qualified. Not in his pants, but qualified in his heart, his mind, his spirit to be a husband. Because a husband is bigger than a leader. A husband is bigger than, yes, sir, master. Yes, a husband is bigger than that. And if you do not understand what the role of a husband is, yes, you can pay all the bills, but if you paying all the bills and you going upside my head, now what? If you paying all the bills and you cheating with every woman that rolls across your timeline, then what? If you paying all the bills, but you walking around here, now my pH balance is off. Now I'm walking around here with chlamydia and I got BV problems and I'm feeling like a pile of fish.
Wow.
Now what? It's bigger than that. So you got to understand, as a man, if you're gonna lead, be a leader. But don't come into no relationship and you have no leadership skills. Baby, go to school, get you some leadership skills, get you some communication skills, find out how to pay your bills on time, up that credit score, up your bank account, and then we can have a conversation. Because the thing is you cannot lead if again, like I said, self-discipline is how you feel about yourself. If you can't control what's in your pants, you don't need to be giving nobody no ring, no relationship, no phone number, no inbox, DM, email, or nothing. Control you first. Get the first person that you're supposed to submit to is yourself. Yep. If you can't submit to God and submit to yourself, how in the world are you expecting anybody to submit to you? Learn how to submit to God, submit to yourself, and then you go off and try to find a wife. But baby, if you can't do that successfully, I'm gonna need you to go and sit down and have the seat and go sit in somebody's first row of their church and get some attention.
Man,
there's a FedEx Forum full of seats downtown to be had.
Wow. Oh, wow. Appreciate y'all. So I gotta hear from Shell now. Shell.
I mean, they've been the marching band and the majorette. Like, they hitting it.
Hey, but the people need to hear this though, Shell. You already know that. Like, real talk. Hey, Shell, real quick, your radio show. Tell us. When
Oh
is it?
yes,
Where?
y'all coming to the airways near you on 96.3. We have Memphis Meg with all of the gas, never the brakes. Yes, yes, yes. Every Saturday at 12 to 1, we're talking about real life topics such as what we speak about on here. Real life topics. None of the fugazi, no bashing, none of that. We giving our black men their flowers. We giving these amazing women their applause. Nothing nothing negative except for what I might say about a check to or here there, but the check is even gonna be factual. If your head big, your head big. You just think a lot.
That's it. Central Standard Time, 12 to 1 Central Standard.
12 to 1. Yep, 12 to 1. And it's also on the internet, bumping96.3.com.
Okay.
So my spiel on this, like I agree with both of these ladies when it comes to this. But I had to learn exactly what being submissive was because I've been married before, but I didn't know that in order for me being submissive and for me to really feel appreciated and not feel like I was a slave, not feel like I was being misused, my husband wasn't submissive to me. And I guess because the word submissive in our culture, it sounds so aggressive. The first thing a lot of women that don't understand what it should be about is like, oh, well, he just want to dictate. I'm gonna be a slave. I'm gonna be this. And then the men that don't understand it, like, man, no, my woman gonna listen to me. She gonna do what I say do and da 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 da. But like Tamika said, it's all about submitting under the mission. Like, what is the mission? So when I really started understanding what it was, I was like, maybe I need to use a synonym to my husband for him to understand what it means. Can you compromise outside of your comfort
Mm,
zone? Can you compromise against something that you want to do other than? Because that's really what being submissive is. It's like the highest level of compromise for the person that you're in a relationship with. Because being submissive, it comes with structure, it comes with order, and a lot of times you're going to do things, you're going to swap out duties that you may not be comfortable doing because you probably hadn't had to do it for yourself, or you're just learning something new. It's gonna be uncomfortable until you understand, like, it's really just a natural way of compromising for each other, making sure we always good. It's no, this what you do, this what you do, because at some point in time subjects and topics have to change. So it's no such thing as like how Tamiko said, you do all the cooking or something. No, both of them cook. In my household, I was the cook, the dishwasher, the clothes washer, the housekeeper, the daycare person for the weekend when he wanted to go do football. Like I was everything. I was the little lady in the shoe. And there's a lot of room in my shoe because it's big. So I was the lady in the shoe.
mhm.
And with me sitting down talking to him about what it was, like, you not doing this, you not doing that. All he saw was he paid the bills. He paid the bills on time, but I was emotionally, mentally broken. So, like she said, what does all that matter if you don't understand the due diligence to what a husband really is? Because you have to be a husband, not just a leader. We got leaders in daycare. They call them the line leader. You have to be more than just a leader. You have to hold husband qualities. Some people just want to be married. Now, do you want to be married or do you want to be a husband or a wife? Because even a wife comes with levels that a girlfriend could never. And a lot of people out here playing
Mm,
girlfriend and don't even understand the magnitude of what a wife is.
wow.
You can get mad at that man, say you ain't gonna cook for him, you ain't gonna do this, you ain't gonna do that. Well, baby, guess what? As you doing all that as his girlfriend, guess what? He got plenty of other folks over here that say, "Well, I cooked today," or you know what I'm saying. Then even for the women that just wanted to be married, when you have a husband and he's seeing that you're not being receptive to him being submissive to you, because a man that wants you in a certain position, he gonna put you in place. If you in a position where you don't have to do certain things that you hear your friends having to do, your bills paid, your lights never cut off, you got insurance, your tags and registration is up to par, you ain't getting no class E misdemeanor because you riding dirty. That man is going to eventually get tired of doing certain things feel like, well, I'm a home wife. What you being at home matter if you being at home ain't helpful to him with you being at home. You being at home all day, he still have to come home and the kids running, Dad, I'm hungry. Or he still have to start a load of clothes or wash the dishes or pick toys up that he tripping over. What good is it being you at home? Just like what good is it him paying all the bills if you emotionally, mentally, and sometimes physically abused? What good is it? What good does it mean? So being submissive is the highest level of compromise that so many people have a hard time doing because they want it all done for them so they can feel superior, like, oh, my woman good, my woman makes sure I do this, my woman got this, my woman got that for me. But in the same sense, what are you doing for that woman? What are you doing for her? And I will say this, submission is something that no married couple will sit down and say, well, baby, will you be submissive to me? Why you not being submissive to me? It's like a natural pool of energy. They're gonna naturally become that for each other, especially when they see
Mhm.
that in each other. And like Tamika said, it happens before marriage. If that person already showing you in a relationship they can't compromise, they want to always watch football every Sunday during football season and can't come to church with you one Sunday, baby, it ain't gonna be no type of submit or nothing. And the only thing you gonna be submitting around there is probably late bills. That's it. That's my spiel on it.
Wow, wow. Y'all listen. I don't know if y'all understand what magnitude y'all have helped me, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people. I've always been one. If y'all notice me, if y'all know me, I'll admit when I can learn from others, I don't mind. But that submissive thing, man, y'all broke that thing all the way down because that has held a lot of people back, men and women, in the dating world, even in marriage, especially in marriage. The next time I bring y'all on, we've got to talk about the marriage thing, or let me rephrase that: divorce. I want to hit on divorce. I want to hit on cheating. There's different levels to everything, and I want to bring y'all back on maybe next week. I'll let y'all know, but we have got to talk about this thing. And if we're going to continue to say, "Hey, this is where the black community is," and it's not a racial thing, but we are black, or however you want to put it, melanated people. We've got to hammer down what the problem is, what the solution is, and what the action should be. And we've got enough divorce rates. We've got enough people. And I hate this, y'all. Not just divorce, but I really hate, Shell, y'all, when I get calls from women or inbox from women that I'm cool with, that I'm friends with, and they're asking me, man, what's wrong with me? Why is it that people get married 2 or 3 times? I can't even get in a relationship and they're hurting. And I feel bad for them. So this is why I do this stuff. And on Facebook, y'all, alone, not just Instagram, but especially Instagram, men are tearing women are tearing men up, and the children caught in the crossfire. It's terrible, y'all. So y'all helping a lot of people, believe it or not. The
Can I
number,
make a suggestion?
yeah,
For the people who are inboxing Clinton and saying that they can't get in a relationship, and they're seeing people getting married 2 and 3 times. Um, Getting married 2 and 3 times doesn't mean that they're finding the right person. They're finding the person for right now, which is why they're constantly getting divorced. Um, but if you really want to find somebody, you have to change where you go. You cannot do the same thing and expect different results. That is the definition of insanity.
hmm
Doing the same thing and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. So if you are going home every night and curling up in your bed and Netflixing and chilling with yourself, ain't nobody gonna find you unless that man break into your house, sis. And if that man breaks into your house to find you, that's not who you should be with. He
right,
needs
right,
to be in jail. You're
yeah,
not
Hey,
like you have to make yourself. It's like when you share your location for iPhone users. When you share your location, it means you want to be found. When you turn your location off, you don't want nobody to find you.
about a
When you
fact.
go home and you lock yourself in your room, when you lock yourself in your house, It's peaceful. Yes, it might be peaceful. But don't get mad when loneliness is holding hands with your peace. You're going to have to go out and you can't say, but what if I get rejected? Rejection is a part of life. You're going to get rejection in your career. You're going to get rejection in all sorts of things. But sometimes rejection is the protection. So you have to
Wow.
understand that you're going to have to change where you are to get what you want. If you want a thug, go kick it in the hood. I can throw a rock and hit a thug in the hood. If you want to find a classy man, if you want to find a man with some disposable income, I can tell you where to go. And I ain't gonna blow up the spot for the men like that. But love you, Rachel. We gonna talk, girl. Um, but yeah, you have to change your behavior to get something different, or you're gonna continue to get the same thing, and it's gonna
Let me.
drive you crazy.
I'm gonna say
I
something real
actually told
quick.
somebody that. But yeah, let me
I'm
go
gonna
ahead,
say
Mike.
all men in the hood ain't thugs. Sorry, that's not a
Of
true
course
statement.
not. No, 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 no,
Uh,
no,
but
no.
I'm
Cause
just
I
saying,
grew
you
up
know,
in the hood, and I
right?
know plenty of. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, I could throw a rock in the hood and hit a thug. That's all I'm
Right.
saying.
I can throw one in Cordova and hit one, but
Cordova is the hood, boo.
nah. I'm
Cordova is
sorry.
the
I'm
hood.
sorry. I can't
They
say
shut
that
down the
because
project.
I left my garage door open all day the other day, and ain't nobody into my house not one time. I drove off and left the garage door open, and everything was intact. So I don't.
That
But
don't
that's where
mean
I
that's
live.
not the hood.
But let me say this about this submissive thing. Uh, Men, we got to stop lying, and women, we got to stop lying. And I don't really think that majority of the issue is us, but we do know people that's going through it. I think communication, being able to talk about whatever and somebody not being offended is a good thing. But when you talking, you got the person that's listening got to be listening to hear and not listening to speak. Because we get that a lot. We just waiting on our turn. So we ain't listening to nothing she's saying to us because we waiting to speak to get our point out. Man, it's
Yeah.
so important to listen to hear. And then, I mean, in relationship and teaching kids, because nowadays we don't even hear our kids and they telling us what's wrong, but we don't hear them because I'm the grown up. You do what I say, but you really need to stop and listen.
Come on, man.
Um, I like the old way of things. I guess I'll say that till I'm blue in the face. I like the old way of things, and then I think a lot of it is just young people or even old people, because old men can be fools too. Just hadn't been taught the right way to do things. I think I looked at I got a partner who I always looked at his mama and daddy as being the ultimate couple to me. You know, even though they had their trials and tribulations, you never seen them argue or disagree. You know, even though you know they had arguments and disagree, should nobody know that your house is messed up?
Man.
Should nobody know that you going through something? Should nobody know that y'all don't get along? That should be something private. And if y'all out in public and she did something that you didn't like, fella, then you on her side until y'all get in the car. Cause she ain't wrong then.
Come
She
on, man.
wrong when you get back to the car and you tell her, hey, you know, you was all the way out of line and we gotta pick our battles different. But at
Yeah.
that moment in that spot, you was right, baby. And
Hmm.
I'm gonna ride with you whether you right or wrong or indifferent. But I gotta tell you when you wrong when we by ourselves. But we get out and frown up in the face and everybody know you ain't happy with your husband or you ain't happy with your wife, and that ain't cool. That's communication to me. And
Come on.
and that's what we gotta get back. being able to talk about anything and nobody being offended, especially, and it don't matter if you're a girlfriend or boyfriend or a husband and wife, you got to be able to talk. You got to. And come to some kind of agreement. And you should never go to bed mad, no way. Y'all should be making up. Y'all should be making up or figuring it out. And
Yeah.
and we can't help I guess I want to say whorish ways. Some men are good men and they don't have them. And some men are bad men and they have them. And you got to distinguish, ladies, what's a good man and what's a bad one. And then if a nigga lie to you, you catch a nigga in a lie, be done right there. Because the next lie coming.
Keep talking, man.
I'm talking about the next lie is coming.
Come on, man.
So I think everybody was on point with
Mhm.
a submissive thing.
Mhm.
You know,
How they
you
feel.
can't deny that. I just think that communication in our world amongst our people, we need it more. We need a more of an understanding and just take the time to listen to what whoever's saying to you. And don't jump to conclusions or insinuate anything. Get the facts. Just be honest. And that's it.
There
That's
we
how I
go.
feel.
Y'all, I'm gonna get with y'all, man, because it is the more y'all talk tonight, man, the more I really want to do this next week. So I'm gonna get with y'all either we done at the end of the week right now, but by Monday, Tuesday, I'm gonna let y'all know what we gonna do. I gotta bring y'all back. I hope everybody was helped, man. I know y'all said a lot to help me. I'm sitting up here, man, like I ain't even got to write some stuff down, but I was hitting them in the notes with it as y'all were talking. But um Timberly, Tamika, Shell, Mike, love y'all, man. To the end of the world, man, for real. I appreciate y'all. Y'all don't even understand. I'm gonna say this before we shut it down. Y'all don't even understand how much pressure they takes off of me sometimes. I understand how some pastors feel. I say some, I can't speak for all of them, but I understand how some of them feel, Tamika, y'all, when they give their mic up some Sundays. It's like, man, I need to be ministered to too. And sometimes I'm tired. Hey, I like to be fed. And what y'all gave us and everybody tonight, and I'm married. But y'all hit us with some stuff tonight, some things to think about. Clint don't know everything, Timberly, Tamika, y'all. I don't know everything. So to hear from y'all, man, it's a blessing, man. So either way, I'm gonna get with y'all by Monday. I believe we may come back next week and do this, but we got to talk some more about this. So y'all, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your week and look for some things to come with Clint Speaks. I got some stuff in plan, y'all. And don't be surprised if I be calling on y'all a lot more. And I'll let y'all know about that too. But till then, Tamika, Timberlake, Mike Love, Shell, all of y'all have a great night. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all.
Thanks for having us, Clint. I
Good
You
night,
appreciate it.
everybody.
welcome.
Thank you.
Bye, De'Ara. I know she's still